Cate Holahan, USA Today bestselling suspense author. My latest book is One Little Secret, but I'm not here today to just tell you about my books. I want to talk about a virtual event coming soon to a streaming platform near you, Noir at the Bar. Usually, these events are held at actual bookstores or bars. But since we're all quarantined, we're going live online to read from our latest books on Friday, May 8th at 7 p.m. and then again on Friday, May 15th at 7 p.m. I'll be in the Friday, May 8th crew. We've got some incredible authors in this lineup, and I've been doing a video a day to tell you all about them. Yesterday, I told you about acclaimed writers Alex Segura, Rachel Housel Hall, and Megan Gardner. Today, I'll be telling you about some fantastic psychological suspense and domestic suspense authors. Amy Gentry, yours truly, Vanessa Lilly, and Jess Lowry. I'm going alphabetical order because I've been homeschooling elementary kids and that's just how my mind was working right now. So let's talk about Amy Gentry. Her latest book, Last Woman Standing, came out in 2019 to rave reviews. The Wall Street Journal said the writing here is sharp with contemporary social issues and moral twists that turn on a dime. And it said it unfolds like a masterclass in improvisational tragedy. The story is about Dana Diaz, an aspiring stand-up comedian who bonds with another young woman, Amanda Dorn, a computer programmer, over being bullied, sexually harassed, and sexually assaulted in their boys' club professions. They decide to go after each other's assailants, but their revenge leads to more complicated betrayals, and soon each woman is left wondering who she can even trust. Entertainment Weekly said this book was riveting, and few titles feel as righteously ripped from the headlines. So please, go check it out. It sounds fascinating. Next on the list is me. I talked about my latest book, One Little Secret, in an earlier video for the Big Little Books giveaway. So today I want to talk about Lies She Told, which was selected as a Kindle deal until May 3rd. This book was a Kirkus Best Book of 2017 and a September selection for Book of the Month Club. It's a twisted psychological thriller that centers around Liza Cole, a once successful novelist who has 1 month to write the thriller that could land her back on the bestseller list. Meanwhile, she's struggling to start a family with her husband, who's been distracted by the disappearance of his law partner, Nick. As stresses weigh down her professional and personal life, she escapes into writing a story about a woman who kills her husband's lover in a fit of rage and then works to escape the consequences. As Liza is put under increasing stress, the lines between her fiction and her reality begin to blur. Soon, Nick is pulled from the Hudson River and all signs point to her husband. Does her book contain clues about what really happened? Before Liza's deadline is up, she will have to face up to the truth about herself and those around her. If she doesn't, the end of her book could be the end of her own story. Publishers Weekly called my book engrossing and said I keep the suspense high until the surprising denouement. So now I want to talk about Vanessa Lilly, the fabulous author of the much acclaimed Little Voices. She's out with a new book, For the Best, that sounds like a captivating read. The story is about a woman who becomes the prime suspect in a homicide after her wallet is found next to a dead man. She's desperate to prove her innocence, only she can't remember the night of the crime because she was blackout drunk when the murder took place. She embarks on her own gin-fueled investigation in hopes of clearing her name. This book comes out in September, but you can pre-order it now, and Lilly writes complex characters that you just can't put down. I read her last book and I had to know what happened. In a starred review, Library Journal had called Little Voices fast-paced and psychologically complex. This debut mystery has plenty of twists and turns. And Publishers Weekly called it an impressive debut. This superb psychological thriller is hard to put down. Last, but certainly not least, is one of the most successful authors speaking tonight, Jessica Lowry. She is the best-selling Agatha, Anthony, and Lefty-nominated author of the Mira James mysteries, which have been called suspenseful comic caper mysteries. In a starred review, Booklist said Lowry skillfully mixes humor and suspense. Her latest novel, Unspeakable Things, is amazing. I read it and was riveted. I couldn't put it down. It tells the story of a young girl whose life is changed when one of her classmates disappears. She starts to learn that the kids are not all right or safe in their Minnesota town and countryside. And soon she wonders whether the adults that hang out with the parents at their freewheeling parties know more about what is going on than what they're saying. Could they even be involved? This story, which came out in January, was inspired by the true disappearance of an 11-year-old boy in Lowry's hometown of Paynesville, Minnesota. And it led to the creation of the first sex offender registry. Again, I read this book and highly recommend it. It was thrilling, and the main character had so much heart. My heart kind of broke for her as she realizes more and more what adults are capable of. I found it emotional and just could not put it down. So go get it. And go get some of the other amazing authors on this list. I hope you will tune in to hear them read from their titles on Friday, May 8th at 7 p.m. Or if you can't make it online, check out their books on qandwillow.com and support local bookstores. They need our help right now, and they're just great places. We want them around after this is all over. So there are 4 fantastic authors, and I hope you will tune in tomorrow when I talk about the last 3 great authors on the list, and tune in Friday, May 8th at 7 p.m. To hear all these great folks read from their books. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay well, and stay in with a good book.